Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm doing a tarot reading for the sign of Leo. The cards are already shuffled, so you guys don't have to wait through that. So I'm basically ready to get started and take a look, see what's going on with you. Now the place I want to start at is the recent past. That's what these cards are going to represent, so let's see. I have here the Four of Cups with the Oracle card of the number 5. So this is literally reminiscing about conflict, like thinking about the arguments you've had, thinking about the fights you had, thinking about basically stressful, like unpleasant stuff. Why are you doing that? Let's pull a card. Tell me more about the Four of Cups with the number 5. This Four of Cups is about memories. The 5 is about, conflict, essentially. Also difficulty in general. So I have here the hand. This is someone reaching out to someone else as part of the scenario. That was the thing that we're remembering. That was probably a fight where someone reached out to someone else. And I think that this person essentially said, so I'm just looking at the bottom card here, the Queen. So one person reached out and said, essentially, you need to do this. Or asked in a firm way, like an expectation, that's what it is. The Queen expects. So the Queen reached out, one person reached out to another with an expectation. Let's keep going because the story will tell me. And then I have the Nut with the ear with the Emperor. Interesting. So basically one person literally just listened to an entire spiel, didn't say much, and had to take the brunt of it. Let's see what the cards on top are. We'll dig in a little bit more details also. Those were the bottom cards. The bottom kind of expands outward where the top cards kind of dig inward. But anyway, so the top cards are Gemini, Aries, and Virgo here. So a lot of communication. And this is basically passionate communication where with Aries it's a little bit Aries is let's say selfish, but in a good way. So this is somebody basically claiming stating their side, stating their case, okay? Versus this other person who is basically, here's the expectation, okay? Here's the expectation. I expect you to do what? Virgo. Very specific things. Here are the things I expect you to do. All right, let's move on to the present. So, in the present, I think I want to look at your emotions because this looks like it was rough. So I'm going to see how you're feeling. So let's take a look at the position of the heart. This tells me how you're feeling. I have, and no doubt, you are, first of all, irritated. That's the Manticore, so makes sense. With the Eight of Swords here, it's with the Eight of Swords, it's I'm irritated and I don't know what to do about it. Essentially, I don't even know what to do about this because remember, we've had this running through our minds, this memory about this fight, this conflict, or this struggle. So it's still with us. It's still with us. It's still bugging us, and we don't know how to get it out of us, how to just purge it, essentially. All right, I don't think I need to draw any more cards on that. So I want to move to the position of the head. So this is similar. We're still in the present. To the position of the heart, but this is looking at your actual thoughts and strategies at the moment. So let's see. So I have the Ten of Pentacles with the Rabbit here. So you're thinking about, your money. You got your mind on your money, your money on your mind. That's literally this. Your greater wealth too, your house, your retirement. Your savings account. This is the big time wealth that accumulates over time, not just money you're going to squander away or saving for a one-time thing. This is really got your greater wealth on your mind. Let's see more specific about that. Why is that showing up here? Could be that this has something to do with the conflict from before, not sure, we'll find out. Tell me about this Ten of Pentacles with the Rabbit. Oh, how interesting. So we have the same exact 3 cards that came out when I was clarifying these cards. So yes, this money situation, this essentially wealth, a lot of wealth, could even be property, right? Not just money, but wealth. And I think it has to do with this person, this conflict with this person. There's something about wealth that has to do with this person that's on our mind. We can't, and it's nagging at us, and we can't really purge it out of our system. Now, let me see what's on the bottom. So on the bottom is the mind itself. It's running through our mind. You can't forget about it. You can't purge it through your system. It's both in your heart and your mind. Those things tend to be linked, right? I mean, I do them separately in the cards, but let's face it, they are irrevocably linked. Unless you have some sort of weird block or you're like a sociopath. I don't know. But anyway. So anyway, the bottom was the brain. Underneath that, the house. The house with the 8. Really getting home and property now. Really getting home and property vibes. Where this person's like, it could be that this person has expectations about the home, within the home, regarding the home. Could even be regarding like paying. I think it's more like expectations of like, essentially like, you're expected to chip in. That's what somebody said to someone else. And it could be vice versa here. You could be one of these two people, right? But if you're the person who is telling this other person, it's like, look, here are my expectations. I expect you to do all this stuff within the house. I expect, and it's a lot more than you've been doing, honestly. They're saying, like, you got to do a lot more. You got to pull your weight a lot more. And you're, like, upset about it, or rather, the other person's upset about it, and doesn't really know. Actually, it could be both people are upset about it and don't know what to do, right? But anyway, all right, let's move on to the position of the hand. What actions are you taking at the moment? So these are outward actions, stuff you'd be visibly doing. So I have the 7 of Wands with the volcano here. To me, this is blowing off steam. Very like lightly blowing off steam. This would be like venting to someone about the situation, but not doing much else. Because 7 of Wands is very more like maintenance, protective. With the volcano here, yeah, I'm just getting it's like venting, finding ways to vent. Tell me more about this 7 of Wands with the volcano. The moon here talks about habits, so it's like what you've been doing is habitually venting. Maybe you're doing something to vent. Maybe you're boxing. Maybe you are, I don't know, yelling habitually. This is something you do all the time. I'm trying to think what it would be. On the bottom, the 4 though, so I think this is something you do at home. At home. Let's see what else is on top. Because I'm nosy. I mean, we don't even really have to see. I mean, it's kind of needless, really, to dig. But so the nut and Neptune and the torch. So honestly, how do we blow off steam? I think you're binge eating. I think the way that you kind of like let off some steam whenever you're stressed is you literally binge eat. Because again, looking at the bottom, what was beneath the 4? Honey. Honey. Food, sweets. I'm kind of getting that. You're making a habit of venting your stress through doing stuff that is... I really feel binge eating here with Neptune. Because Neptune can be drink too. This could be binge drinking. But with the nut, I feel binge eating. Anyway. Alright, let's move on. So the last position. This tells me where you are going, and I seem to have shuffled the Oracle card in with it, so I'll have to deal that out again. Anyway, so we'll take a look at just the Tarot card, and I'll have to deal with the Oracle card. So the the Tarot card that's going to basically tell me about the future alone is, I'm so annoyed about that, is the King of Wands upside down. King of Wands upside down. King of Wands right side up is someone who is basically really being true to themselves, really being who they are, and sort of like the most mature version of themselves. So this is upside down. It's kind of like really not living up to your potential. Aries, not living up to whose potential? Your potential. Aries, you. What else? There's that Queen again. There's that Queen. that person who's like, that queen who's in the house. Maybe you just have a roommate who's really testy. But I feel like this is the other person, but this person is again saying, like, be this person. Be something. Be like choose an identity. Almost like choose where you stand and then like follow through with your actions, and also like you got to do a lot more. Remember, that was what this person said before. On the bottom, the bread, the rope, the 7. Ugh. Yeah, this person was basically saying like, you don't pull your weight. Look at this. 7 is the weight. The rope is the agreement, right? It's like the agreement is it's like weight. You're a weight upon the agreement. It's not equal, right? You're weighing down one side of the agreement. It's not balanced here. With the bread, we need more. More is necessary. Whether that means resources, or I think it could just be anything like work around the house or whatever. Whether because this. Remember, we're talking about a past argument. This person already said this stuff to you. So you would know. Anything else about this position? Actually, you know what? I don't want to dig that position to death. Again, this is the short-term future here. Anything else about the short-term future? I feel like this is like another clash coming on where there's just a disagreement. Tell me about the short-term future. The unicursal hexagram. Unicursal hexagram. Yeah, this one. This is somebody just waking up. Somebody needs to wake up. Like really wake up. Let's do advice. Let's pull straightforward advice for my Leos. What should my Leos be doing? Focused on? What strategies should they be employing? That's what I want to know. Okay, that was really quick, but I've learned to respect the cards even when they come out this quick because they're always accurate. So I have the Queen of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. This person who's kind of a bitch because she's could be a he, but I'm just getting a Queen of Swords, so I'm saying she. Is so cut and dry. She sees through the bullshit. She's not telling you bullshit. She's being real with you. Or at least, if it's vice versa, you could be being real with this other person. Now, it is to your benefit. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is saying. It is to your benefit, everything that this person is saying. Let's do an oracle card. Anything else about the Wheel with the Queen? Anything else about the Wheel with the Queen? Anything else? The bread again on the bottom. The Moon. It's about your habits. It's literally, it's not just about a one-time thing. It's literally about how you live your life. That is what the argument is about, right? Underneath that, unicursal hexagram again. It's like this person wants you to be true to yourself and act accordingly. That's the unicursal hexagram, being true to yourself. Capricorn, to work hard, right? Be true to yourself and then put in the work to follow through. And then that follow through is actually going to trickle out to other people because really there is more expected of you from other people as well. That's all part of this conversation. And I think you got to listen to it. You don't have to do anything, but you should. You should listen to it. Yeah, you really should listen to it. This is basically advice that is like I was looking and it was Uranus as the next card. The Uranus is ingenious. So essentially this is ingenious advice. This is advice you really should follow. All right, Leo. So that's going to be your reading for this week. I hope it resonated for you and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.